Good afternoon, everyone! Now I'm going to give a little postmodernism a go and admit that this video is under a very tight schedule. I happen to belong to a small theatre company whose production starts tomorrow, so I'm going to have to hurry this along. Rehearsal starts pretty soon. And I'm not wearing a watch. See, that's the illusion I pull over all of you. So this week we're going to stick with something basic. I'm going to give you a review. Now the weekend just passed, I went to see Attack the Block, and I found myself really enjoying it. Now the idea for this film came about when writer and director Joe Cornish was walking home one day and he got mugged by a gang of kids. They stole his phone and his wallet, but instead of getting angry or bitter about this, he simply thought, if there were an alien invasion right now, these deprived young lads would become rather valuable members of society. As you do. And so we have Attack the Block. As you probably gathered, Attack the Block tells the story of a gang of boys who are living in inner London who have to fend off an attack from aliens. They're a group of hoodies, chavs, yobs, whatever you want to call them. And after mugging a young woman, they end up beating to death a monster that lands near them. Natural reaction, of course. They then find themselves having to defend the block they live in from the rest of the horde of vengeful aliens. The story doesn't pull too many punches from there, but I found some really interesting elements. One being that despite the fact that this is at its core a horror film, it's very much character-based. Of course, a gang of delinquent kids aren't traditional heroes, and they're not made up to be. They're pretty good representations of the kind of people they're based on. And as the film moves on and we become endeared to them, we find the stigma that we've always held being slowly broken down. And of course you've got all those Daily Mail readers complaining that this is glamorizing gang culture. Yeah, you know what? I think the film industry should apologise to people for depicting human beings. I was really surprised at how much I liked these characters, and when they were in danger, it gave it attention that few other horror films have. Okay, so what else is in this film? Oh yeah, aliens. Now the aliens in this film are an interesting design. They're like big furry gorilla things with no face besides a big green glowing mouth. It was a strange choice. And there were shots where it is fairly obvious that they are just guys in suits. But that didn't bother me because the novelty was strong for once and it held out all the way through. Plus there were some really clever scenes, such as one in a hallway full of smoke where the characters couldn't see any further than that. That made for suspense far better than any jump scare could do. Although there is one. But coming out of it, Attack the Block really exceeded my expectations. People outside the UK may not keep up with some of the dialects, but anyone else I definitely recommend it to. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.